Hello everyone, hi, my name is Dinah. I do lots of content related stuff, currently a student, so you're gonna see some of that, and I own a crochet business called Couture, and I would love to just use this page to give y'all the behind the scenes progress of what it's like running a business and everything. And so this is my introductory video. So to begin, I thought let's do a Q&A. And so on my Instagram, which if you're not following my Instagram, go ahead and check it out. You can find me at Couture. And I decided to ask a poll and told y'all to give me some questions and everything. And so I figured as I answered y'all questions, I could go ahead and continue crocheting a project. So enough of that, let's go ahead and get to these questions. So the first question is, how do you stop UChicago from depriving you of your creative flow? Okay, so I go to the University of Chicago. I am in my 4th year. I am a senior. I'm going to be graduating in 53 days from the day that I'm filming this video right now. And UChicago is an extremely intensive school. It really does take a lot of your energy. And so for me, what really helped was actually, I started my business during a pandemic. And so because of this pandemic, it gave me so much more time on my hands. And so I guess, you know, the ways in which I tried not to let it interrupt my creative flow, I just had to be graceful with myself. I had to understand that there were gonna be days where I had the energy to crochet, and there were gonna be days where I just wouldn't be able to find that energy because I had expended it doing all of these other tasks. I think what it really comes down to is that even when I do get tired and kind of sick of everything and stuff like that, I really always come back to crochet, and I come back to it because that's how much I love it. And so it really helps that this is something that I really do love to do. It's something that, you know, makes me feel full and complete. And when I'm creating and actually creating, like working with new designs and new patterns and stuff like that, I just feel, you know, this whole new kind of life take form because I have something to look forward to and something I'm excited about. All right, what motivates you to keep going on tough days? Honestly, there have been so many moments where I've wanted to just straight up altogether quit crocheting because I wasn't getting the results that I wanted, you know, via social media, or I wasn't getting as many orders as I wanted, especially as my prices increased because I learned about business. But then every time, like literally every time that I'm like, okay, Dinah, we're just gonna quit. Like, no, it's not even worth it anymore. Every time I've told myself that, and like almost really meant it, a sign popped up that was like, girl, no. Like one of the major signs that popped up for me was actually, I was, you know, just about ready to quit. I was so done and over everything. But literally in that moment, I decided before going to bed, I checked my, I went my Instagram to see if any activity, and I've actually made a custom for Z-Way, which if you don't know who Z-Way is, I don't even know what to tell you, watch her show. And she had posted the custom I made her on her story. That was like, oh my goodness, I guess this is doing something. I've just learned to be okay with the growth regardless of how fast or slow it's going, and just try to really keep up with those signs and you know, just continue to believe in myself and know that I must be drawn to this for some reason, as well as just having supporters and, you know, that really, and friends that really do like just support me and encourage me. And you know, it's really encouraging to see how much I inspire people and to have people tell me that. And so I would say definitely in that way, it definitely encourages me to, you know, persevere and to keep going. And so very, very much grateful for those people and those experiences that have helped me deal with the doubts that I have. The next question is, how do you find your girls in college? And to be honest, I'm not the right person to ask. I really struggled in the friendship department, I really did. But you know, I did find, thank goodness, I did find, you know, a good handful of people that I was able to build close connections with. And so for me, you know, a lot of it was just we was involved in a lot of the same things. But definitely when it comes to the social life aspect, you know, I had to choose. You know, schoolwork, business doesn't really leave much time for anything else. You know, whether they're really close friends or just people that I've had chance encounters with or don't know that well yet, you know what I'm saying? Great people definitely attend this school. And even people that I've met outside of the school, the friends I've made through crochet and my Instagram account as well as like these different conferences I've been able to attend to meet students that go to other schools and make friends with them. So there's a lot of different ways. Who are some of your style icons, living and dead? So, you know, it's kind of crazy because I do love to crochet, but I am not well versed in the fashion industry. You know, a lot of just Black artists, you know, specifically musicians, because musicians and artists really be coming out with the fits, for real. They be coming out with the fits. So like Beyonce, of course the Baileys, Diana Ross, Whitney Houston. Like I love recreating looks of celebrities. Like this one is a Beyonce fit I'm currently trying to recreate. But I also just love creating my own things. And I really just get inspiration from Black culture and Black people in general. I feel like there's just so much there. There's so much. So yeah, and I'll get it from buildings, I get it from nature. What's your big three? Astrology? I'm sorry, I can't answer this question because I don't even know what that means. Did you ever want to just stop? How did you overcome that feeling? So yeah, I think I kind of answered that question in a previous question, but honestly, overcoming, just to keep it nice and simple, like yes, I have plenty of times where I've wanted to stop. And overcoming the feeling, you know, I just keep going. I just keep going. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's already, you know, put me in contact with so many different people. Yara Shahidi, Jamila Woods, Z-Way. This is the environment I'm trying to be in. This is the circle I'm trying to surround myself with. And so it's getting me somewhere. And so I'm just gonna keep going no matter how hard it is, because I do truly believe if you persevere and you keep going, you can make your dreams come true. I have to believe in that. I have to believe in that. So I'm gonna keep going. Wish me luck. When did you decide to start selling? So I decided to start selling during the pandemic. I kind of actually started in high school. I sold a couple of hats, a couple of scarves. I made a shirt, which came out terribly, and I had to redo it for the person, but they were such a sweetheart. Thank you, Elizabeth. I really started selling in the pandemic because at that point, my skills had improved a lot. I felt a lot more comfortable making things, but I was very scared when it came to making things for other people. But I realized if you know how to use a measuring tape, and because crochet is very stretchy, it gives you a lot of grace, you know, it's a lot less scary process. I'm still scared. I'm gonna make something and it don't fit nobody. Nobody's complained to me just yet. You know, I'm not perfect, so I definitely appreciate a lot of my initial customers. But you know, practice makes better, and so I'm just gonna keep going and I'm gonna keep selling. And hopefully the numbers grow and grow and my skills get better and better. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So can we get a peek at the next launch? You know, I would love to give you a peek, but I have not started it yet. Yeah, no, I have a really bad habit of creating collections like a week or two before I start selling them. So during the summer, I'm actually gonna do this right. In the winter, I actually am gonna come up with a collection, which I don't know what's gonna look like yet, but I'm gonna do like nice wool, heavy winter clothes, and so definitely look forward to that. I think I've discovered a nice style that is gonna, you know, not be too over time consuming, but still be very unique and stuff. So definitely look forward to that. It's gonna be an extension of my crowned collection. And so yeah, that's what we about. Okay, so these next couple of questions are about my study abroad experience. So how is traveling abroad? Have you noticed any cultural differences since leaving the US? What are you most excited to learn in your study abroad time. Yeah, studying abroad, I mean, I've been here for almost 3 weeks now, and I really like it. It's very different from Chicago. I'm sorry, I really forgot that I was supposed to be crocheting while I was talking. But it's very different from Chicago. The public transportation in Vienna is 10,000 times better. I'm not scared to take the CTA by myself, even though I currently do not have data. I know I need to fix that. And it's honestly, it feels very safe and stuff like that. I would say cultural differences wise, I would say there are definitely a few. I think that, you know, the Viennese definitely know how to stare. You know, I have had some random white people try to touch my hair without my permission, you know, but you know, that's just the usual. That happens in America too, you know. There are so many cafes here, like so many. It is a deeply seated cafe culture for sure. But honestly, I've been able to assimilate very quickly, much quicker than I thought I would. It's definitely been a great experience. You know, I'm taking human rights courses, and so I'm definitely more excited to become more versed in that. As well as I just really am excited to travel a little bit more. I haven't been outside of Austria just yet, but I do have a couple trips planned around, like inside Austria, outside of Vienna, and also I'm going to Paris. Hopefully before these 6.5 weeks are up, I can have some Vienna vlog content for y'all, or just some traveling content, so y'all can live vicariously through me if you weren't able to study abroad or are thinking about studying abroad and want a sneak peek / taste. This next question is tips on caring for crochet pieces. So honestly, when it comes to caring for crochet pieces, you just really got to be very like gentle and delicate with them. And honestly, crochet pieces last, at least the ones I've made, even out of like the quote unquote cheaper materials that I used a lot in my beginning phases. Like I still have so many of my crochet garments that I made from years ago. I always give the instructions, and also if you are a crocheter yourself, look at the instructions that they have for the yarn and just follow that. But definitely I will, you know, wash things in a cool, gentle cycle. Or what I mostly recommend is just hand washing and laying out flat to dry. That's honestly the most secure way to make sure nothing falls apart and that the pieces last for as long as they possibly can. And so really make sure you're not snagging them on anything. Make sure you're just, you know, treating them with care. They're not extremely, you know, fragile. They're not gonna break if you like, you know, but you do want to just be careful with them because they are, you know, very delicate pieces. And if you're buying a handmade crochet item from a small business, chances are you're spending a pretty penny on it. So like you would treat like your Jordans or whatever, where you just take extra care of them, make sure you're doing the same for crochet handmade clothing. What does your process for creating a design look like? Example, mood board, sketches, etc. So honestly, my process a lot in the beginning was me just making things out of my head. Now, especially for more extravagant pieces, I will try to sketch them out. I'm very, very bad at drawing, and like I'll take a lot of screenshots of different outfits that I see online, or even different crochet pieces that I might want to remix for myself one day. And I'll just keep like this, you know, as an album. It's called Crochet Inspo. Probably get into mood boarding one of these days too. Definitely want to continue to, I'm learning more and more as I go, and I want to take the design aspects more seriously, especially when it comes to like collections and stuff like that. And so working on it for sure. How did you go about creating your own brand / standing out? Oh my goodness, you think I stand out? Thank you, that means so much. I'm sorry, I'm doing the most. But yeah, creating my own brand, it was a process. When I first started, I actually referred to myself as the hookup. And I thought that was so smart, you know, because phone completely fell off its hinge. But I started off as the hookup, and I thought that was so smart because You know, I crochet, you know, with a crochet hook, and I'm hooking you up with these cute designs. I realized that that wasn't for me for a lot of reasons. When it comes to the fashion industry in particular, especially because my designs are so concentrated and focused on Black culture, it's very important for Black people and people of color and marginalized people in general to put their names on it. You know, I was beginning to learn a little bit more about brands, you know, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, all of these high fashion, well-known brands that have all these white names on it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm like, let's add a little color to the mix. And so the minute I actually changed my name to Tico Couture, Tico is the abbreviation of my middle name. I went from 4,000 followers to like over 8,000 when I made that change. And it just felt right. I think branding is everything, and getting people to connect to you, and especially because I do put my face on my brand a lot, you know, I want people to connect to me and kind of see what I'm about and what I stand for. And relied heavily on my very talented sister, CC_the artist, who's you know, a fantastic artist and helped me with a lot of my like designs and branding and logos and stuff like that. I was doing a program through my school. I had interns, lovely interns, Nancy and Emily, who are absolutely amazing and fantastic, and really helped with branding, especially when it came to my website. Definitely continuing to brand myself, honestly. There are still ways and aspects in which I want to try to grow and everything like that. I find that when I'm just unique and creative in myself versus, you know, following trends or creating things I think people will like, you know, that's what it's really about. So create for you, honestly, and whatever comes will come. So we're gonna do a speed round. I'm gonna have to put this down. First question: pancakes or waffles? Waffles, but I'm not a breakfast person, but I have to choose waffles for sure. What's your favorite Austrian dish? I actually not the biggest fan of a lot of the Austrian dishes. They say try the schnitzel. Go ahead and try the schnitzel. But my favorite dish, I would say, has to be the potato soup. Don't know how to say it in German. Or follow? No, let me not even try. I'm sorry. Excuse me. But yeah, try that if you're ever in Vienna. What have you been up to? School, study abroad, figuring out life after college, thesis, graduating, lots. But I have not really been up to my business that much. And so definitely want to start getting into that from this point on. Why are you amazing? Why am I amazing? Thank you. I don't know, but thank you. How is you? I am good. Thank you for asking. How are you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Fave perfume. I do not have one. And the last question, why don't you make YouTube tutorials for your crochet wares? This is actually a great question to end off on. So, in the past, it's really just been, I do not have the time. It's very time consuming. I already do content, like social media content. I already make all of the clothes myself and sell them and deal with all of the logistics and business behind it. But on top of that, I'm a full-time student, and I was also involved in a lot of clubs, and I also had a couple part-time jobs and internships going on. So I was just busy. Really, that's it. Now I'm still busy. The busyness will not stop, but I'm hoping once I graduate, I'll have a little bit more time, and that's why I finally decided to start adding content creation to my plate. But I still don't know if I'll do tutorials. I think that I will do a couple. I probably will make like tutorials or videos on like how to do certain things. So rather than teaching y'all how to do like a specific design from start to finish that I've made, it will probably more so be me doing like, okay, how to make things fit to the body, or you know, the like basics, like very basics. Like if I do stuff, it'll probably be like how to crochet a basic skirt, you know what I'm saying? But nothing that's really like really heavy in my unique design elements, because they're mine, and I think that I would rather give y'all the skills to learn how to make your own clothes, your own way, your own style, so you can be your own designers. But I will probably also be selling patterns. And I might have a couple YouTube tutorials, but this is not gonna be a tutorial page for sure. This is not gonna be a tutorial page. It's like, what do they say? Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. And so that's kind of the page I want to be, you know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of the goal and direction I think that this YouTube page is going to take. But again, like I said, we will see. All right, y'all, that includes my video. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for sticking on the ride. I really do look forward to the videos that I will be posting in the future, and I hope that y'all watch them and you're on trees and all of that other good stuff. Yes, y'all, until we meet again, take care. Mwah.